All right, so absolutely insane amount of money Mandy Rose has made with exclusive content revealed. This is a Wrestle Talk story by Liam Winnard. So basically, long story short, Mandy Rose, she recently got fired from NXT. She was like NXT champion for like over a year, I think,
Hmm.
women's champion. You know, a solid wrestler. You know, she's getting better and everything. And apparently, it was leaked on Twitter that she had not an OnlyFans. It was some other not OnlyFans thing where she was like doing content there. And looks like WWE found out and they released her. There was a little bit more that went into context. It wasn't. They're claiming that it wasn't so much that they released her because of she was doing that. It's because of what she was doing on that. They said it was like way, way, way over the top. So once that got out there, they released her, and I don't have the article in front of me, but of course they stated that yeah, she's actually doing pretty okay with it. She's making a lot. I believe they said by the end of the year she was supposed to be making like if not like a million, like close to it,
A million?
Wow.
something like that. I don't remember the
Oh,
exact
all
number.
right. Yeah, no, that's
She's better off
for
doing that. Shoot.
for her popularity. She should be making a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, have you ever heard of Mandy Rose?
No,
Exactly, and she was on NXT, which
but
let's be real, a
for
lot of people don't watch NXT. And I'm
okay,
talking wrestling fans.
yeah. I mean,
You know,
if she was in front of more wrestling fans, she'd be making
yeah.
millions, easy, multiple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so she used to be on like Raw and SmackDown, but she was like never like played a major part there. They put her in some storylines, and then they're like, you know, let's put her in NXT, and she became like the top female in NXT. But sadly, like I said, nobody.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, most wrestling fans, WWE fans, watch Monday Night Raw, and that's it. Like they're just now starting to discover, oh, there's this thing called SmackDown. So yeah, NXT really doesn't get watched, but you know, power to her. She's making a lot of money doing this. If she wants to continue wrestling somewhere else, I'm sure she can, but it looks like she really doesn't need to. So next up, popular AEW star admits he's sad about William Regal departure. This is
Hmm.
by Sanchez Taylor, also on Wrestle Talk. Please go on their site, check this out. So William Regal, and all this time I haven't been able to do wrestling news. William Regal has left AEW, and he is going back to WWE. So
Hmm.
the whole thing was they did the storyline where he helped MJF beat John Moxley. He turned on his own faction that he created, and then shortly after MJF turned on him, William Regal was rushed to the hospital just so he could be written off TV. What happened there was William Regal has a son who's wrestling in NXT, who's a young up and comer. He's pretty solid, and Regal kind of just wants to be there, you know, working with his son. And now that Triple H is kind of running things, he and William Regal, you know, Triple H and William Regal, they have a great working relationship, and he wants to be back under, you know, Triple H's regime. So he spoke to Tony Khan, head of AEW, spoke to him and said, hey, this was when Tony Khan, apparently his mother was in the hospital, and Regal was saying, listen, I know you want to be by your mom at this moment, and I'm in the same boat where I want to be by my son.
Yeah.
So if you can, please let me out of my contract. I want to make sure my son does well, and I want to be there for him in this other company. Tony Khan granted that to him, and he said, all right, thank you for what you've done here. You're good to go. So I think the way the contract works is he's able to go to WWE, but he's not allowed to do any like TV stuff, I think, for like a year, maybe a little over a year, but he can do backstage stuff in the meantime.
Okay.
So
I mean,
in the
honestly,
end, yeah.
from a business perspective, he didn't have to do that, but it's nice that he did. So shout out to him. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like everybody involved was pretty good. Like Triple H wins because he gets William Regal.
Yeah.
Regal wins because he's happy, and Tony Khan's, you know, coming out looking like a good guy. And
Yeah.
I feel like in the end, it works out for everybody. Sad to see William Regal leave AEW. Loved him there. But seeing him go back to WWE and having him work back on NXT, hopefully, oh my God, that was like he was one of the best parts of NXT.
How come his son didn't come to AEW?
He's got a contract in WWE.
No, I get that part. But like in the beginning, why didn't he? Or was WWE not around when his son was wrestling?
No, his son's like this young kid who's like still learning. Like his son just started getting on TV a little while ago. No, it's just he probably had better opportunity in WWE. Like most people
Okay.
are still gonna, if they have the option, they're gonna pick WWE over AEW.
Okay.
You know, but yeah. So I mean, you wanted to go there, and you know, Triple H is gonna take care of William Regal's son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's that. Let's see. Next news story. A Amanda Savage, Wrestle Talk. So she wrote a story about when Sasha Banks is headed to Japan ahead of Wrestle Kingdom 17. So another thing that's going on. So way back, I talked about how Sasha Banks and Naomi, women's tag team champions at the time, uh, handed in their titles and said, "We're walking out. We don't want to be here anymore." They left WWE months later. We're talking about Sasha Banks potentially going to wrestle in New Japan Pro Wrestling, which is insane because they don't even have a women's division.
Hmm.
They do have like a women's title because they formed a partnership with Stardom, where you guys just saw the video of Kenny Omega assaulting a child, and with that, supposedly Sasha Banks is going to be part of their show. We'll see. I know that they've put images of her training with people in Mexico, and she's copyrighted different names. Her real name being Mercedes Varnado, I believe. I don't have it in front of me, but she's been copywriting names such as Money Monet or Mercedes, stuff along those lines, like that involve money, like because her name's Banks. So looks to be like she's going to potentially show up at Wrestle Kingdom 17, which is the biggest show in Japan. That's their WrestleMania. So seeing Sasha Banks over there with their style of wrestling and her style of wrestling, that's just going to mesh extremely well. So very, very much look forward to seeing that. So hopefully she shows up there soon and this is all real. And yeah, man, if you want to see the stories as to when she's supposed to get there and everything, definitely check out this news article by Amanda Savage on Wrestle Talk. And last one here, there's a media expert that predicts that this company, it's NBC Universal, will be purchasing WWE in the near future. Story by Sanchez Taylor on Wrestle Talk. So there's a analyst, once again, not in front of me here, who claims that NBC is going to end up purchasing WWE. So NBC currently has the rights for Monday Night Raw and NXT, which are on USA. Fox is the one who's showing SmackDown currently. These contracts are about to end. Now, I remember a few years ago, Fox paid a lot to get SmackDown, and WWE's been making SmackDown a very prominent show, more so than they've ever done before. So I'm sure now NBC probably wants to put the money down, see if they could get Fox, and if they're willing to do that, why not try to buy the whole thing? So this guy's claiming that they're already on Peacock, which is owned by NBC. They already have 2 of their 3 cable programs on their network. So why not just buy the whole thing and own it? So that's something we could look at. And we know that what's his name? Not Tony Khan, the other one, the one who was releasing everybody for the past like 2 years. He is one of the 2 heads of WWE now. He and Stephanie McMahon. So who's to say he isn't going to be willing to sell? Well, Stephanie, I don't know. But with that happening, there's rumors that Vince McMahon might be showing up soon. There's a lot going on in wrestling, but as of right now, we don't really know. But that's all I have for wrestling. It's good to do Kayfabe Corner. It's been a minute, and yeah, man, that's what I have. Definitely go on the Wrestle Talk and check out these stories.